Welcome back to this clown's garage. In this video we'll be installing Eddie Motorsports hood hinges on a couple of third gens. We just did this one. This had a fiberglass hood. This is what it looks like already installed. I'm going to show you from scratch how to do it on another car. I have another third gen lined up here. I also have a Firebird Trans GTA that we can do it on. Now this one here, to put this in, we had to actually take the hood off. We put the hinges, bolted them on the hood first, then plopped it down. And we had to cut these because they were very long. And we elongated the holes down here where this goes into. I'll show you when I put these hinges on the other car. There's holes in here where this is supposed to drop into. I elongated it. Then it turned out we had to push even more further back this hinge. So we just cut these bumpers here and threaded it down. And another thing that we had to do here, we had to reuse these bolts here. There's 3 of these. We had to reuse these bolts because the other ones weren't fitting just right. And we used their bolts here. They're longer bolts and shorter bolts. We used the longer bolts up here. So that's what they look like. Alright, so this is what it comes with. It comes hardware. Comes with 2 clips. And these clips go in here. I'll show you that later. These are the struts. And this is the billet piece, the hood hinge. And that's everything it comes with. So let's begin. So this is the hood. The first thing you gotta do is check how it's sitting. Because if there's already an issue with the car, you're not going to be able to align it and you're going to go crazy afterwards. So this is what the body lines look here, the hood lines. This is sitting a little lower here, so hopefully we could adjust this out. It'll sit a little higher, flush with the fender here. And this is what these lines look like. You can try to match it up like that. Alright, now I'm going to unbolt these.
Vet that might decide.
You must have touched me the same bullshit.
I'm gonna leave that a little tight, just so I could loosen the other side. Alright, the last one. Now it's ready to come off.
Come on.
Alright. Okay, now I'm going to assemble the strut onto the hinge. They put a little grease in here for you. I'm going to clean it out. I'm going to put some wet lithium grease instead, which I like better. So I'm going to put some brake cleaner in here on both sides and clean it out. Okay, let me show you how this works. You put the ball in there in the socket, and this is the clip they give you. The clip you put over here. Make sure you don't lose the clip. And it goes through that hole on top, then clips on like that. So that's how I'm going to put it on the bracket. Put some wet lithium grease on here. Same with the bottom ball. Gotta grease your balls up. Now this points down on the bottom of the hinge. That's how these go in. And if they're not lined up, you might have to turn it a little bit. Just like that. And just gotta line this bad boy up, just like that. Now put the clips in. Now this, we're going to remove this, put this one on top, because it's easier to put the clip through with that one. So I go ahead and put a 1/2 inch deep socket on here, remove that. Put some anti-seize on here, off the side. Now pop this on. And that's good. Okay, now I'm just going to assemble the other one the exact same way. Now you see this adjustment that protrudes down here? It should go in this hole over here. And there's not much adjustment back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, instead of elongating this hole, I'm just going to take this off for now and then cut this and put it back on later. So right now I'm going to bolt this to the hood. Now we have a couple of guys holding the hood up. Two 10mm bolts here on the hood, on the hinge side. Take those off. Now I'm going to use the shorter bolts from the kit to put these on here. I put some anti-seize on the threads. Alright, so these are snug. And now this side too. Now I'm just going to catch these two like the other side. And this side's on. Now put the hood on the car. Alright, time to put the hood on. We put some tape on the fenders. Be very careful there. And put these in by hand first. That one's caught. Alright, so we tighten one down in the middle really tight. Now be very careful. Make sure you don't chip the paint anywhere as this goes down. Well, we gotta cut it too. How's it over here? Alright, so I measured the depth in there. And I'm going to cut it right there. I put a nut there so I could straighten out the threads once it's done cutting. And use a hacksaw and cut away. Alright. And as you thread this out, it cleans up the threads. Now, as you can see here, this is one of the reasons why we're cutting these bump stops over here. This is the stock. You see how it lines up with the hole over here? Look at this over here. It's off center. So it's off. Not a big deal, but anyway, you just gotta cut it. Now over here, I put the stop in and it's still a little low, so I have to unthread it, raise it up a little bit. Now when you raise the hood, make sure you put a hand here and a hand on the other side so it doesn't bend. And adjust this out a little bit, it'll bring it back up. And try it again. It's actually pretty good. And just adjust it back and forth until you get the right height over there. Okay, so there's a lot of adjustments here. You gotta loosen up the fender plates and the hood plates and move it back and forth, slide it around like this until you get it right, all the lines right. Then we actually got the lines perfect, better than before, so now we have to move the hood latch over a little bit to align over here. So every car is gonna be different. I don't want to show all this, it's going to take too much time. There's a lot of adjustments here you can do back and forth. Alright, so I don't know if you guys could tell here. We had to move the latch around like I said before. And we bolted it down where it's supposed to be. And this actually sits pretty nicely. Better than it was before. So if you open the hood, one hand opens it up. It doesn't wobble too much like factory. The only thing is that these struts are very weak. So hold the hood up. These same struts we put on the fiberglass hood on the other Camaro, the first Camaro I showed you. And if you touch the hood, it also falls down. So we gotta figure out what we can do with these struts. Other than that, everything came out nicely. Alright, so we just finished the third car here. Nothing different here. The only difference is we did one hinge at a time. It's pretty much the same thing as doing both in one shot. So let me show you what it looks like on the inside. Alright, so that's completed. And everything looks good. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like me, and share me. See ya!